you this morning. I mean, look, we still have no clarification, do we, as to whether they are going up in line with inflation or in line with earnings. In real terms, what would it mean for the average pensioner if it was in line with earnings?
So the problem is with people who are claiming pension-related benefits is that they're typically out of work, but actually they have very limited ability to actually increase their earnings. So the positive news, and I'd like to start with the positive, is that the budget did confirm that the triple op would be reinstated in April next year, which means that people who are claiming the state pension will have their income aligned to inflation. So that is hugely positive. Obviously, that was paused throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, which has obviously hugely affected pensioners in receipt of their state pensions at the moment.
And already, I mean, we see so many and we hear so many stories of pensioners living in poverty. And now we have this cost of living crisis. We have an energy crisis. We're talking about being £1,000 poorer. I mean, it's going to plunge so many more into poverty.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think Age UK's recent stats have showed that there's currently 2 million pensioners that are living in poverty today. And that number does actually increase by over 200,000 every year. So it's a huge, huge number. And the majority of those living in poverty in pension age are women and people from ethnic minority groups. So we've actually done a lot of campaigning around the pension inequality gap and the gender pensions gap, because women reaching retirement have around £138,000 less than men when they come to their retirement. So this is obviously a huge issue that we have in the UK. And, you know, the Resolution Foundation's report, which I know you've been discussing this morning, is showing that actually the number of people in the UK living in poverty is set to increase by 2024, with 1 in 5 expected to be living in poverty. So we've seen a huge increase in the amount of food banks that have been opened as well, since the pandemic, but obviously throughout the cost of living crisis, you know, finances have been squeezed, and particularly hard-working families. So a lot of working families are really struggling to be able to afford, you know, the increase in energy prices, the increase in food prices, and obviously the, you know, petrol and the current mortgage crisis that we have as well.
Yeah, everyone's struggling on anything, on everything. Samantha, good to talk to you this morning. Thank you very much indeed.